Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shosha podcast, your quick fix for pop culture and all things OTT. My name is Tipu Sultan, and today we've brought for you something that has absolutely obliterated any competition when it comes to original Indian content. I'm, of course, talking about the Sony Live original Scam 1992, the Harshad Mehta story.
हर्षद शांतिलाल मेहता
बिग बुल
man of integrity.
बीएससी का बच्चन है बच्चन
इज एन इडियट
हर्षद इज अ हीरो
Fraud.
So, before we jump into it, let's welcome the rest of Team Shosha. Hi, Amit. Hello, Soumya. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
We're good.
So, are you guys excited to talk about Scam 1992?
Yes, as much as I enjoyed the show, I'm actually excited to talk about the show and dissect it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Right,
right. I
'cause-
really enjoyed the show. It was really good and something different.
Yeah, I mean, from whatever I've heard, I haven't really come across anyone who has not liked it. But how much you liked it and how much of a fan of the show you are, like that level of intensity is generally what is different. So, this is an original series from Sony Live, which is been helmed by Hansal Mehta, and it follows the life and the tribulations of one Harshad Mehta, who, as I'm not sure if all of us know, or if everyone's as super familiar with him as we are with maybe some other notorious criminals. But Harshad Mehta, back in his heyday, was this supremely successful stockbroker par excellence who completely dominated the Bombay Stock Exchange. And eventually, like all crooks, sort of had a fall. And Hansal Mehta's show is what chronicles that entire period in his life from early 1990s or the late 80s when he got into the stock exchange to the end of his life in 2001. So that entire arc, if you will, of Harshad Mehta's life is very brilliantly and very authentically captured in Scam 1992.
फंड्स किसके हैं? Every single penny belongs to the people of India.
Let's just, of course, start with what works on the show and what truly makes it this juggernaut of a show that, by the way, has, I think the last I checked, like a 9.6 rating on IMDb. Correct me if I'm wrong, Amit.
Yeah,
But I think it's the highest rated in original, right?
yeah, it has surpassed Breaking Bad and all the other drama series
Yeah.
which were there. But
Right.
IMDb is it's more like fan base. So अगर बहुत सारे fan हैं,
Right.
okay, तो वो उसको show को ऊपर ला सकते हैं, नीचे
Of
ला सकते हैं.
course.
Same thing happened with Friends, and I think there was one show which Pictures. When Pictures came out,
Right. Yeah.
it surpassed Friends on IMDb, and everyone was singing songs about that.
Losing their mind.
About-
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even with Dil Bechara recently.
Yeah,
So, of
Sushant's
course.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not so
IMDb,
accurate IMDb, but
yeah. But that aside, I mean, that's clearly indicative that it does have some passionate fans. So, are you one of those fans, Amit? Tell us what you like about the show.
well, I would say it's a really well-made show. And जितना भी अभी कंटेंट आ रहा है सारा इंडिया से, जितना भी बेसिकली ओरिजिनल वेब सीरीज या मूवीज आ रही है, वो बहुत डार्क और ग्रिटी और क्राइम और मोस्टली वैसा ही है जैसे मिर्जापुर, सेक्रेड गेम्स.
Right.
So it was a really nice, it was a nice subject to make a web series on, especially when it's investigative and it is based on incidents which has happened in the 70s and after like 70s, 80s and 90s. It was really interesting to learn about a man who came from like middle class family and found loopholes in the system, and how he
Hmm.
how he became this big personality, just like the Wolf of Wall Street. People are saying that it's India's Wolf of Wall Street. So I
Right,
enjoyed
yeah.
the show really, really well.
The it's more like the bull of the Lal Street.
The Bull of Dalal
Well.
Street. Yeah.
For me, that's actually what worked. The mounting of this show, the way that it has been produced, I feel is just, I mean, I've never seen, because see, we don't get a lot of long form original content that's sort of like of that high level. So when we do get that, I mean, it really stands out. And with Scam, I felt just creating this world of the 90s, the entire production design, the whole art design, the costumes, the makeup, the hairstyling, all of that is of course on point. But to sort of catch the pulse of that era and to sort of
Yeah.
transform you into that space is what a director like Hansal Mehta is like excels at. So I really loved how this show was just like very specific to a very specific time, and additionally how it was very well researched and how very well rooted in realism it was. Like, you don't get those platitudes about just a bunch of jargon about stocks and just business and finance. It really tries to explain, but at the same time without pandering, without like spoon feeding to the details.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps you on your toes. Talk to me, Soumya, like what really worked for you in the show?
Firstly, it was really astonishing to see how one man's unabashed ambition to, get on the top just crashed the entire Bombay Stock Exchange and affected like a million lives or something. I mean, it was great to see, and how he was, unfazed by setbacks. I mean, many things changed during that course. And the series covered the entire time from, I guess, 1970s to 2001 till he died. Of course, Pratik Gandhi was amazing, and the entire cast was very nice. All these supporting characters, many of them whom we had seen in 90s. I mean, all of them. It was really great to see all of them back on screen. So all of these things really made a nice world. The production design, like you said, the whole recreation was great, and it was totally a immersive world overall. Yeah.
Right, yeah. But on top of that, the cameos that are within the story was also something that was really interesting to me. So I remember this one scene that really stood out, that I was like, I took a moment and stepped back and like, oh, this is such a cool double whammy of a cameo. Because in the story, you've got a cameo of Manmohan Singh. It's the last or the second last episode.
Yeah,
You've
right.
got a story cameo of Manmohan Singh, who's the finance minister at that point, and he's meeting with this other character who's played by Mamik, who, if you remember, if you watched Jo Jeeta Wai Sikandar,
Yeah.
he's the elder brother.
yes.
He's Ratan.
Sanju's
So,
Oh, yeah.
Sanju's elder brother.
Right.
So I was instantly like transported to this time. Oh yeah, like I remember Ratan is like. So he was such a huge part. That film was a huge part of my childhood. So I really love that. Oh, you're getting two amazing cameos in one scene, and that kind of sort of happens throughout the show. You get these brilliant cameos from these really incredible actors that maybe didn't all of them get their due when in their careers, but they all got a moment to shine on this show. So yeah, the casting and the acting, the performances were all top notch.
Yeah, talking about the performances, I would also like to add the actor who has played Sucheta Dalal. Her
Right.
name is Shreya Dhanvantari. I think she has done a really nice job, and the way, because we all come from the journalism background, and we see
Right.
these kind of personalities and these kind of people making decisions, talking to their leads, or maybe looking for the next big news story. So I think she played that character really nicely.
Also, I would like to add, we can't, help but mention the groovy theme that we have by Achint. In the Achint Thakkar is the name of the
Yeah.
artist, right? So that has become another anthem and rave for everyone. That's very groovy, and wo alag hi. Matlab, I never missed any of the episodes casting. I was like,
And
ye to
in
sunna hai. Yeah.
The opening intro, the intro of
Right.
the show, like, was so beautifully constructed. I loved the whole animation. I loved the idea, and the whole thing as a complete video is amazing. But the music, it just kills.
The show never dumbed down its content for the audience. कि जैसा था, जैसा लोग उस show में behave करेंगे या बात करेंगे, वैसा ही
Yeah.
था. And the
Which is a
dialogues were
rarity in
amazing.
India. Like,
Yeah.
which I love. It's such a rare thing that we get. I mean, like, even basic plot points or twists, like we have like 5 flashbacks for that
Yeah.
in the end, and like we got someone also narrating it on top of that. So I love that it did not pander, it did not spoon feed.
Also, the dialogues
Yeah.
which were written, I think they were filmy in some sense, like to keep the
They were.
keep the
Yeah.
audience involved in the
Yeah.
The
They
Isk
were
Hai To
funny and
Risk
like,
Hai,
yeah.
the main
yeah,
ones,
the
yeah.
main one. But
That
still,
was a little.
the way they were talking, they were conversating
Hmm.
in Gujarati, and if they were talking in some
Yeah.
other language. So they never pandered for like audience which are like only watching
Right.
Hindi.
So the authenticity and the way that it has been treated is definitely that was something that I've never seen before in a show of this kind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it also has the zing. It also has the masala of a mainstream
Yeah,
sort of
Hmm.
film,
mixture of
like a
both.
mainstream Bollywood production. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, talking
Let's go
about
first.
authenticity, I really like the fact that they did not, hide any of the names of the people who were involved
Mhm.
directly or indirectly in the story. Whether it was Chandraswamy or Narasimha Rao or any of the name, I mean,
Yeah.
it was obviously in public domain, but then still they could have hidden it like a lot of other makers do, but they did not do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was another thing that I really liked, that they, and I was actually interested to later on. I actually read up about Chandraswamy and what had happened, because they didn't really give a lot about him, so it left me with a little it left me intrigued about that. But I really like the fact that they did not hide it.
I think we should talk it differently. It's not just part of this show, but the whole concept of making a movie or like a web series or a television serial on a personality which has been
Hmm.
under a trial or which has been declared a criminal. I think
Right.
it has to be done in a way where people should not be finding their heroes in those personality, whether it's
True,
in
true.
Narcos,
The glorification part of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
whether it's in Narcos or I remember when I watched Shootout at Lokhandwala when I was in school, and
Yeah.
every bully of my class was trying to act like Maya Dolas. I don't know why. Because Vivek
Ganpat pani
Oberoi,
leke aa.
yes, Vivek Oberoi nailed that character, and I think he
Yeah.
played it so well that everyone wanted to be like that guy. So I think you have to watch a certain character and certain stories from a lens of from a neutral lens, but still as a filmmaker and as a storyteller, I think there has to be some responsibility to show the remorse if the person has felt some remorse about his doings or her doings.
Right.
But I couldn't feel that thing in the show because I never felt that he has shown his guilt of doing, because no matter people call him the big bull, whether they call him the sharpest mind or the guy
The
who
Amitabh
came
Bachchan of the
Amitabh
Bombay
Bachchan
Stock
of
Exchange.
Bombay Stock
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, they call him the biggest hero.
Yeah, but I think he at the end of the day he was a criminal. People lost their savings because of him. Some of them also lost their lives because of him. So you can't
Right.
glorify it.
Yeah.
And I think the show ended in a way where we couldn't find what actually
Rooting
his
for,
family
yeah.
felt, or maybe he felt, or what other people felt after that.
On the contrary, he was a family man. That was indicated all throughout the storyline. He didn't actually care about what his family would have to face because of all of his wrongdoings. So that was a contradiction I also felt was there. Of course, a lot of my relatives and family friends also told me that about a lot of things and that had happened around that time, and how a lot of people were affected by the crash, and how they were affected when they had invested their money after believing in Harshad
Right,
Mehta
yeah.
and his phenomenon. But that wasn't shown in the story a lot. There was just one of his friend who had committed suicide,
Yeah.
and that was, I guess,
Rahil.
the only So I think that was the only person that we saw who was affected by the whole thing. So I think they could have shown that a little more. That was
I
something
think both of you raise which is essentially the same and the most important point about this entire story, which I think is also the point where the makers have sort of not completely, but in a huge way, they failed the audiences. And it's absolutely, as Amit, you mentioned, the glorification of figures who are proven criminals, who've done jail time, who have been sort of judged to be guilty of certain crimes. There is an inherent charisma. There is a temptation to sort of look up to them, which people or the society often does.
They do, yeah.
But that cannot sort of sheath the fact that they are essentially criminals. So with Harshad Mehta, What this show again does is essentially a lot of whitewashing when it comes to the kind of crimes that he did. I mean, it does have Sucheta Dalal's character constantly reminding that, okay, so what if he didn't take the money and run? Just the fact that he took the money that didn't belong to him and used it for his own benefits is wrong. So I really loved that scene where she first mentions it, and again when she confronts Harshad about it.
The
I really loved
wine
that, and I
scene.
thought, the
Yeah.
wine scene and the wine
scene.
scene, and then in the end, after the whole thing has come out, she's interviewing him. So in that scene
Yeah.
as well, like she
Right.
just storms out of his house. So I loved that she was standing up to him, and I was thinking the show would essentially sort of gradually move towards a position where it will sort of take Sucheta Dalal's stand on this, which, because it's adapted from her book. I mean, yeah, I forgot to mention, but it's been adapted from the book that was written by her and her husband Devashish Basu. So it's bizarre that the show, instead of taking the stance of sort of condemning the actions of all the Harshad Mehtas, essentially it constantly portrayed Harshad Mehta as a sympathetic figure. And to top it off, the audacity with which they end the show is to, I mean, I did not believe that, but I felt what the makers were trying to make me feel was that feeling of sympathy for this really powerful, this really larger than life figure. He's just lying in a corner in a Sarkari hospital on a bench and nobody's attending him, and his family comes and everyone's in tears. And I was like after I had sort of felt those feelings, I was like, but wait a minute, they are sort of making him this sort of like messiah figure.
Especially with the background
Making me feel
music.
sorry for him when he's the background music and the
The music
way that
actually
it is
made me teary-eyed. I was teary-eyed.
Yeah,
As bad as
exactly.
it sounds, I actually
That's what they're
cried.
trying to do, and I think they achieved
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. It's all sort of constructed in a very specific way to make us react in a very specific way, which I felt was kind of wrong. I mean, a show that's being so authentic, it's being so transparent and just calling out all the people for whatever they did. The idol worshipping of Harshad Mehta, I feel they kind of overdid it.
I think it also depends on the actor how well he played it, but
True.
But
But
I think
even,
the last scene was missing. I think they should have shown something about the repercussions or the outcomes
Right.
of what he did.
Or like just a simple voiceover concluding the show with the final voice being from Sucheta Dalal
Yeah.
and just sort of her,
There was a
her doing
voiceover, so
send
they
off
could
and-
have
Right.
they could have used
Yeah,
it.
they could have added how what he did was wrong and it doesn't work that way.
Even though it was
really
just a
powerful
state
guy.
competition, but I just hated these guys all throughout. Nikhil Dwivedi and the other guy, Khedia, what was his name? Who was he wasn't the money market main person. So they were constantly pitted against each other, and we were actually feeling that these were the bad guys were trying to just get not let him enter the whole market space, and he was the good guy for us. I mean,
Exactly.
they had
That's
made
the
it
sleight
that
of
way.
hand. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
sleight of hand that
exactly.
they make you believe that Harshad is the good guy, he's the protagonist,
Huh.
and these guys are the real schemers.
No, yeah,
When
right.
they're both the same, it's just bears and bulls. I think in summation, it's just not kind of at the risk of being redundant. I'd say that it's absolutely true. Every bit of praise that you've heard about this show is true. So if you're one of the minorities who haven't checked it out yet, do go on to Sony Live and catch Scam 1992, the Harshad Mehta story. It's one of the most brilliant and scathing crime drama sort of biographical stories that we've had. And it's a really gutsy show, and it deserves to be watched and it deserves to be praised. All right, so that was all for today's episode of the Shosha podcast. If you enjoyed this video, do leave us a like, do leave us a comment. And if there's any film or show that you'd like us to talk about, do mention that in the comments as well, and we'll try and get to that as soon as possible. Until next time, take care and see you at the movies. Bye.